there's some Halo drama happening, and it all starts pretty much with this, because there's two different sides of the Halo community. We have the classic Halo people, and then we have the modern Halo people. And quite frankly, they hate each other. And so we get tweets like these, where we can see on Steam, of course, we don't have the data on the Xbox side or the Xbox side on PC, the numbers there, but on Steam, where people are paying real money, you can see that Halo the Master Chief Collection had concurrent 3,282 players and a 30-day average of 3,631 players. Now, it's worth noting, this game is a collection of really old games, coming from 2001, 2004, 2007, and I believe Reach is 2010, but I always mess that up. Halo Infinite, on the other hand, is relatively new, coming out in 2021. It has 1.6K players concurrent and a 30-day average of 2,248, which you can see is a dramatic drop-off from the month prior. And people are starting to meme, because the comparison is not only, hey, the Halo Master Chief Collection is more popular than Halo Infinite. That is not really the comparison completely, considering this is only Steam numbers. Comparison is really right here, which I stated. One is paid on Steam specifically. The other is completely free. So the game could not be easier to play, and yet it is being demolished by a set of older games. So stuff like this keeps happening with the community. Essentially, like I said, they really do hate each other. I mean, for me, I would say hate is a strong word, but I would say that for me, modern Halo has basically tried everything under the sun except for classic Halo. And all I'm saying, there's no hate towards them or malice. I just think they're insanely stubborn. All I'm saying is, hey, the franchise seems to be dying, as you can see by these numbers, because your game is free and less people are playing it than a paid version of the older games. So according to data, it would say, regardless of the quality of Halo Infinite, the market likes something else. So my suggestion to the modern Halo community is, let's just give it a shot. Even if it's just a single playlist inside Halo Infinite, let's give it the old college try. No sprint, no clamber, no silly pickups like the overshield and camo, make them static, stuff like that, and traditional maps that aren't dog. Anyways, this happens, and this just gives you context for that. Two camps in the gaming community for the same Halo community hate each other. So that's what you need to know going in for context. The real bulk of the Halo drama comes from a tweet made by Haley Era. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, and I apologize, Haley, if I said it incorrect. So Haley puts out this tweet. This is like literally a couple weeks back, okay? But the plot thickens. We'll get to that in a second. Haley puts out this tweet, as you can see, June 6th, where she says 343 laid off Joe Staten and Paul Bertone, the original creators of Halo, who did a lot of Halo Combat Evolved story and mission design, and then decide to do a remaster, not confirmed, of the game without its creators. What an insult. I hope this studio gets shut down. Lamau. So Haley is actually a well-known Halo fan of the classic side. She's on the classic community. And so she's very well known in the Twitter sphere for posting a bunch of stuff about classic Halo. And if we're being honest, a lot of just anti-343 stuff. So, which is, I'm not putting any shame or anything like that. That's pretty much what she does. And that is her reaction to Microsoft, the rumor that we spoke of a couple weeks back that Halo Combat Evolved was being rebooted, not remastered. We've since found out that the rumor is rebooted, not remastered. So she comes out with this bombshell that says that Joe Staten was actually laid off. Joe Staten being the person that came back for Halo Infinite to fix it after the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal was complete and utter dog water. The one that looked like Minecraft with Halo people in it? That one. Exactly. So something interesting happened with this tweet, chat, and I apologize if I look this way. That's where the camera used to be. So chat, something interesting happened with this tweet, okay? One of the people who liked it apparently was Marcus Leto, the co-creator of Halo. So already we're getting a little sussy baka, if you know what I'm saying, because there's a couple statements here that are, the sources trust me, bro. Okay? But while nothing's proved, when Marcus Leto likes the tweet, all of a sudden we have something interesting happening here. So let's read through Haley's subsequent post, which will again get us more towards the Halo drama. So last night, Marcus Leto liked my post. It was just before he mentioned the Halo CE remaster. I want to share something that no one else knows. 343 didn't want Marcus. Shocker. I mean, again, take this with a giant grain of salt, but I will say, based off the games 343's been making for the past couple years, I'd say they clearly don't care for anything related to Classic. They made it clear that both him and Marty, that there was nothing for them at 343. In fact, I've seen Marty O'Donnell is the guy making the music, the iconic Halo music that we just listened to earlier in this stream, Halo 3, Halo 2, CE, the Monk theme. Incredible. He's never got to work on any of the Halo games, and based off what he's said in videos I've seen in interviews, it seems like he would be down to do it, just no one approaches him. But here it's saying, Haley says, they made it clear that both him and Marty, there was nothing for them at 343. I keep seeing fans saying that 343 should hire him, so I just wanted to let people know. There's a reason I do not like this company. That was very clear. But there are some good people there too. Yeah, of course. In a corporation, for those who don't know, I've worked in a couple corporations. I will say the management and middle management and leadership are typically the stupidest people I've ever seen. The whole concept of a business is to, it'll be a shocker for them, but the whole concept of a business is to make money. It's to provide value, I should say, not make money. It's to provide value, and when you provide value, you get money. It just so happens to be perfectly linked. But a lot of leadership and middle management and management at these corporate companies play the political game to get themselves hired up so that they can get a higher salary, higher stocks, et cetera, more power. And they completely seem to forget the whole bring value to people. And we can clearly see this with 343, as even with their free game that we can go back to here, no one is taking it because, quite frankly, the value clearly isn't there if they're still paying. They're paying for a product rather than play the free one. So clearly the value's not there. So that's corporations. They're a little lost on that. It's because 343 has done a lot of bad things that no one knows about. I know things that I've never talked about publicly, some for legal reasons, but I do plan to in the future. Again, source, trust me, bro. It's not just what they've done to Halo, it's also how they've treated the original creators. Some at 343 have downplayed their contributions, trashed their game, and mocked their fans. Hardy LaBelle, Halo CE multiplayer lead designer, tried to reach out to 343 a long time ago, but they made it clear to him that they wanted nothing to do with him. Paul Russell, Halo's former environment artist, and who gave Halo its name, once applied for a job at 343. They made him wait in the parking lot for an hour after the interview. Their lead artist came out and said they'd call him back, but they never did. Yo, that is shady. That's mean. They made him wait out in the parking lot for an hour after the interview. Again, source, trust me, bro, but if that's true, chat, that's mean. That's toxic. Later, a friend on the inside told Paul, sorry, no Bungie people. Now, look, again, the source is trust me, bro, but I will say, it's not necessarily shocking if this was true, because we've seen how 343's worked. I mean, Halo 4, on their first game, they changed the formula up completely. Now, there is a lot of positivity saying the Halo 4 story is good. I would ask you what the story was, because the story's actually not, it's okay. It's like not good. The character arcs are good, and I think people get those conflated. Halo 5 story was dog water. They had Luke Cage try to replace Master Chief, and of course the multiplayer, they went a little bit back to classic while also making something completely new. And then Halo Infinite, they just tried to push it back a little. Like they never want to go all the way back for whatever reason, even though it's never worked. So that doesn't surprise me if true. 343 have never wanted the original devs working with them. Again, doesn't surprise me if true, big if. They only brought on Joe Staten after the disastrous Halo Infinite reveal. So we're getting closer and closer to the big drama that's starting to happen within the Halo community. Joe offered to help Bonnie and steer 343 in the right direction as a favor, but they decided to hire him instead because they knew they were in real trouble and needed his expertise. If you don't remember, Halo Infinite's gameplay reveal was bad. And not only was it bad, but it was memed to death. And it was supposed to be launching for the Xbox Series X as a launch title, right? So it's like it was revealed in 2020 of the summer. And it was supposed to be launched, obviously, in November 2020 when the Series X revealed. That did not happen. They had an extra year. Again, the whole game, I think, took something around 6-7 years to develop with a brand new engine. Something's up. So we'll see there. But despite Joe being one of the creators of Halo, some idiots there still pushed back against some of his ideas. Again, we got to take this with a grain of salt. I'm not going to say it every time. You understand what I'm saying. Anyways, 343 were also really mean to Jeff Steitzer, Halo's iconic multiplayer announcer. You guys have definitely heard of him. Even if you haven't played Halo, he's the double kill, triple kill. That guy? Perfection. King of the Hill. Oddball. Slayer. He's so fun to mimic. And they did try to remove him in Halo Infinite, right? There was like a controversy or something like that, I believe. They tried to replace him and made him aware of it, which upset him. Jeff wanted to keep the details private, though. It's no secret that 343 also tried to replace Steve Downes and Jen Taylor, the voices of Master Chief and Cortana. The Cortana thing, that's the first I'm hearing of it. Steve Downes, obviously, we've seen Halo 5. That was definitely what they were trying to do with Luke Cage. There are so many things and stories that people don't know of. Jamie Griesmer, former Halo lead design lead, even recently said 343's relationship with Bungie was unnecessarily hostile. This, I believe, is true and is documented, which confirmed a lot of things I've been saying for a while. This hostility is also seen in 343's community team, treats Halo fans. Just look at Snickerdoodle, Cowley Girl 343, blocked hundreds of blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it seems like if you're in a community team, you shouldn't be blocking people. At most, I think you'd mute, but never block. I mean, at the end of the day, they're your customers, even if they are annoying. That would be my guess. I mean, I don't see any world. I don't know. That one's tricky because that's for a corporate company. Like, they're an employee for a corporate company. It'd be something else if it was their own personal brand, but like corporate company, I don't know if one person should have the power to ban someone from a brand. So that's a little in the gray area. It's only natural I'd hate a company that disrespects people who made our favorite games and its fans. Again, hate's a strong word, but I totally understand where Haley's coming from. Why should I give 343 my respect? What have they done to deserve it? They basically gave their middle finger to the creators of Halo and the fans, destroying a franchise that revolutionized console shooters and online gaming, which built the Xbox brand. True, true, and true. They messed up Halo for a whole decade. Also true. That's a big part of our lives. I don't see how anyone could respect them after that. Now, basically, the Halo drama from all these posts, Haley's post here and her previous post here, and as well as the community's hatred for one another, has led to a bunch of creators basically making a bunch of clickbait stuff about the Joe Staten stuff. So you can see right here. So the drama, initially, the context, these two people, these two groups hate each other. One of them is leaking information that may or may not be true, which is making others more angry, and the other side even angrier to defend them. And then we have a bunch of Halo creators who, as you can see from this original tweet, their game is dead. So they're just looking for anything to talk about because they built their entire brand off Halo, and thus now they're going to make a bunch of clickbait, which a lot of people in the community are not fans of. If we go through these Reddit threads, just a lot of so Halo Twitter has devolved into two types of posts. You can have the most inflammatory view on the latest Halo news, posting clips of the Halo 3 title screen and baiting for nostalgia. That's true. Even YouTubers that I personally like have fallen into a cycle. I wish more people would make fun and creative Halo content rather than make the same old news discussions. It doesn't even need to be high quality, just actually play Halo rather than talk about it, which I totally agree with. But at the same time, the modern Halo is trash. Like, it's dying for a reason. So this is basically the back and forth that's happening within the Halo community. And then 343 jumped in on the Halo Twitter account and posted this, which I could not believe, if I'm being honest. I could not believe they posted this. They said, here's the Halo account. This was like literally a couple days ago. Just the essentials. Of course, they're trying to make a meme. They're trying to spur engagement. You know, this is getting lots of likes and stuff like that. Actually, it's kind of a low amount of views, to be honest, for what you would assume they get. How many followers? Yeah, 2 million? Yeah. Regardless, they posted it. A Halo fan starter pack. Now, I've already given you the context of the two groups that hate each other, the classic fans, the modern fans. And the official Halo post from 343 posts the Halo fan starter pack, which consists of the Halo 3 special edition wireless microphone you get on the 360, which, man, that hits. That hits the nostalgia. A Halo CE t-shirt, the Halo Follow Reach book, which came out before Halo CE, Breaking Benjamin, Blow Me Away, which was the Halo 2 theme song, the an Xbox 360 avatar from the old 360 days, of obviously, you know, linked towards the Bungie titles. Kenna has Recon, which is a big Halo 3 thing, giant meme there, never funny. The Jackal from Halo 2 with the sniper, if you played Halo 2 on Legendary, you understand they were the worst, the bane of our existence. A Microsoft Zune with Halo music, but the OG music. The noob combo, which was obviously created in Halo 2. Maybe that's not obvious if you didn't know. The battle rifle could basically be used right after a shot with the plasma pistol. You'd shoot the plasma pistol charged. It would hit someone's shield and home into them. Once it hit them, it would take away their shields entirely. And then with the battle rifle, you could hot swap to it and then get a headshot. And that would be called the noob combo. And it was really prevalent in Halo 2 because you could switch weapons so fast. So it was just as soon as you fired off that plasma pistol shot, you can immediately get that headshot, and it would be like a very, very simple kill. So that's a Halo 2 staple. Of course, we have the BXR. This is a technique you can use in Halo 2, where you could punch someone when you were close up, and then you could press X, the reload button, to cancel an animation, which would then bring your gun right back to where it used to be instead of in the middle of a punch animation. And then you could press R, and typically you do this with a battle rifle. So you'd punch them, have your reticle looking at their face, and then when you punch, it takes away their shield, and then you XR to shoot immediately in the head. It'd be the equivalent of a noob combo, just at a more CQC level, close quarter combo level. Of course, we have the Halo 3 Legendary Edition helmet. We have some Red Alert Mountain Dew. Now, they went and put Halo Infinite's thing on there. No one thinks about Halo Infinite when we think about the Doritos and Mountain Dew. It's literally like you're starting to see the cracks in this post. We got the original Halo 3 icon from the 360, and again they throw a special edition Halo Series X, which again no one thinks of. So even from 343's own perspective, Classic is what the fans care about. Classic has kept Halo alive, even from 343's own account. And then, obviously, from metrics, actual metrics, the Classic games are keeping Halo alive. Clearly not a free-to-play multiplayer game. So, the Halo community is basically falling apart with a bunch of, content creators just looking for something to post about on Halo, which I wish they wouldn't. I wish they'd try to do something new. I don't know why they'd pigeonhole themselves into just Halo content. And I wish that they, left Halo. Because if they stopped posting on Halo stuff, then effectively the Halo brand is only as strong as what they create, which would cause them to actually create something to spur some Halo content so that people come back. But of course, content creators aren't thinking like that. They think very short term. And so they just want to post Halo content. And if you're a Halo creator and you're watching on YouTube, stop. So that's the drama. Basically, you can see the Halo community is on fire. Nobody likes each other. Classic people just want to go to Classic. And to be honest, there's a lot of Classic people like myself who I just gave up on Halo. I just don't care anymore. I mean, I'll always love Halo, but with these guys at the helm and them posting this while also still posting Halo Infinite stuff, I don't know. Seems bad. So that's the Halo drama. It's on fire. I don't know what will happen next, but here's hoping. I mean, if they're working on that Halo CE reboot, here's hoping that that is done properly. Because the nice thing about doing a reboot, Halo CE reboot, is what you assume 343 would have done at the start, is it helps the developers and the company working on the reboot really understand what made those games so special by working deep inside the code base, finding things that they didn't understand from a surface level, and really seeing, oh, this is what made Halo special from a actual code perspective, from an objective perspective. And we can replicate that now. We understand. Now we can recreate it with new modern tech and still get that flavor. Hopefully they do that, but I don't know. I'm not as optimistic given their track record. So